Here's a ghost story from Surat, as narrated by someone who experienced it firsthand. I was working as a night shift security guard at an old office building near the outskirts of Surat. The building had been there for decades, and though it was still in use, it had an old-world charm that made it a bit eerie at times, especially after dark. One night, as I was making my usual rounds, I heard a soft, mournful cry coming from the upper floors. I brushed it off as the wind or perhaps the old pipes creaking, but the sound was persistent. Curiosity got the better of me, and I decided to investigate. The building's elevator was out of service, so I took the stairs. As I ascended, the air grew colder, and I could feel an odd, heavy presence. When I reached the top floor, the hallway was eerily quiet, illuminated only by the dim light of my flashlight. I approached the office where the sound seemed to be coming from. The door was slightly ajar. I pushed it open and saw nothing but an empty, dusty room. Just then, I heard the cry again, but it was louder and seemed to be coming from inside the room. My heart was pounding in my chest. I stepped inside, and the temperature dropped noticeably. That's when I saw it, a shadowy figure standing by the window, looking out into the darkness. It was faint but distinctly human-shaped. I tried to call out, but no sound came from my mouth. I felt paralyzed with fear. The figure slowly turned towards me, and I could just make out a face, pale and sorrowful. The next thing I knew, the figure was gone, and the room was warm again. I didn't stick around to investigate further. I rushed back down the stairs, feeling like my legs were going to give out any moment. When I reached the ground floor, I checked the security logs and found that no one had entered or exited the building during my shift. The next day, I asked around and learned from some of the older staff members that the building used to be a residence before it was converted into offices. Apparently, a young woman had lived there and died under tragic circumstances, her spirit supposedly lingering in the building. It was said that her cries could sometimes be heard on quiet nights. To this day, whenever I pass that old building, I can't shake the feeling that something or someone might still be watching from those upper floors. I'm not sure if I believe in ghosts, but that night definitely left me with a chill that no amount of rational explanation could ever quite erase.